Virginia there, and you played a little of basketball and baseball. Tell me how that helped you develop the skills to be that tight end where you got to block like crazy.
Well, I think as a kid, you enjoy playing all kinds of different sports, and it definitely develops you athletically, and so I'm sure there's some carryover when it comes to football.
There might not be any carryover at all. I mean, maybe Hines helped you, do that blocking, because you were an all-star receiver when you were at Virginia, and all of a sudden you're called in to do the tight end. A lot of people don't like doing tight end stuff. I mean, what made you really get into this? Because you're one of the best in the league.
Well, I felt like I was a pretty good blocker coming out of college. I definitely took pride in it from the moment I started playing tight end. I realized there's more to it than just catching the ball. So, I was glad to come here where I'm able to do both.
So when do you get the signal and the feelings like you can catch the ball? You come into the huddle and tell, hey, I got this one. Throw. Do you ever get to say, throw it to me?
No.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way.
The reason I ask you that, because Ben seems like when he break everything, it's broken play, he likes to play sandlot, and he's going anywhere with it. So does that mean you might have a chance to come through it and get the ball like that?
Oh, yeah. Anytime I think if you're a receiver down the field with Ben scrambling around back there, then you're a viable option. And if you get open, he's going to find you. There's no question about that.
Hey, tell me what you're looking forward here now. I mean, get back to practice, Did you do a little bit of hitting out there yesterday, or is it just walk through? Tell me about that.
We were practice full speed yesterday. We didn't wear pads, but, it's what we would normally do if we were in Pittsburgh preparing to play a game. So it was nice to get back on some sort of routine.
You led to my next question. Pittsburgh playing the Baltimore team. It's cold as you know what out there. Tell me about that game. What play do you remember the most on that game? Because that could have went either way, and come on, you know it could have went either way.
Yeah, it could have went either way, just like all the other games we played against them this year. Unfortunately, Troy had the huge play at the end of the game that I think we'll all remember for a while.
So, do you think he ran the 440 like that, 4.4 and 40?
I don't know.
He flew, didn't he?
He was fast enough. That's all that matters.
Thanks a lot of aloha. I'll see you later.
Okay, take care.
How are you, guy?
How you doing?
How the practices go today?
We didn't start yet. We practiced after this, but yesterday was great. We were fast. Everybody looking sharp, and we had some days off, so everybody's naturally feeling fresh. So, but the sunshine and that grass, we like that.
You got a lot of interesting tattoos here. Which one do you like the most?
I don't know, the Jesus one, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And that's the only one that really truly means something. Besides me just getting them.
I heard you played a tight end in high school. The Steelers going to use you as a secret weapon in this game?
I tell them all the time, but they haven't been paying attention to me. But maybe, hopefully, one day they throw me in there, so I give me a touchdown.
Now, you guys excited for the challenge to face an offense as high-powered as the Cardinals?
Oh, no doubt about it. No matter who we were playing, we'll be excited in this game. But it's going to be a challenge to stop those guys.
Now, how does it feel to be a part of it? That's got to be a great honor for your defense to be ranked #1 in all the categories. What does that mean for you to be the top defense in football?
It's something special, something when I get done and done playing, I can look back and have a lot of bragging rights against a lot of other fellow guys who played in the NFL. But we want to be remembered. We got to win this game.
All right, well, thank you for your time, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
I hear you talking a lot about the team and what it would mean for you to represent it as a whole and win the Super Bowl, but what would it mean for you personally?
That's an awesome accomplishment to win the Super Bowl. It's the pinnacle of success, in your line of business, and that's why we all play this game, is to get to the Super Bowl and win it, and you definitely want to try to do that in your career. And for me to have an opportunity to be in number 2 is just amazing. It's sometimes overwhelming to me. I got to pinch myself sometimes to know that I'm in this game again.
Do you think there'll be a difference between the fan base you have now to the fan base you'll have later on or after the Super Bowl, as far as who wins, who loses?
I think we'll still have the same fan base. Our fans are very passionate. They love this team, and that we feel like they're a part of us. So I only think that the fan and the people that support us, it'll only grow.
Welcome.
How you doing?
We were wondering how tall you were, because you're going to be the tallest guy in the league there. The 3 catches in the first half in that last game they played. What are you going to have to do to get underneath that guy and block that ball out of his mouth?
Man, I just got to play football.
Okay.
Can't go into the game just thinking what I'm going to do. You know, I've been playing football since I was small, so it's just a different stage. We've been here before. So.
Okay, but in New Orleans, where were you playing football at back there when you were younger?
Oh, I played Part 1 of football.
Oh, yeah? Come on,
Yeah.
I like New Orleans.
Part 1 of football. Played in middle school, Fantasy. Then I played in high school, Abramson. And took it on to Louisiana Lafayette, 2 hours away.
There you go. Now let's get to some serious stuff. Tell me about some of the recovery stuff that's going back there, you know, because the city almost got wiped out. Has it been 3 or 4 years ago? Because most people are losing the track of that, aren't they?
It's going to be a long time for New Orleans really to rebuild. I'm guessing 7, 8 years. You know, it's a slow process right now, but we still good in spirit.
What about your house? How was your house and where you were living?
I live with my uncle down there.
No, you don't.
So my uncle's, the only thing he had damaged was his roof. That was the only thing. His house didn't get flooded, just like wind damage. So everything is straight other than that. I mean, as long as my family came out, we had no deaths in the family due to the flood. That was the most important thing.
I think we need to start a new Ike Foundation so we can start building up those real hardcore places that haven't come back, because economically they need it downtown there.
It's in the process.
You know, over there by where that bridge, the freeway goes over there.
It's in the process.
I don't know all the names there, you know, but it's in the process. So now we're in the process. Tell me about that last game that you were playing there, in the process of being about 9-degree weather, cold against Baltimore.
Man, you kind of don't even think about it. I mean, you think about the weather when you get to the sideline, but it's kind of in the back of your head because you're focused on the game. But at the same time, when you're playing football, you're going to deal with a lot of conditions, various conditions, depending on what state you go to. So I kind of got immune to it. You know, we got a motto on defense: we can't wear any sleeves on defense, no matter what the weather temperature is. So just getting accustomed to it, been there for 6 years, that's the mentality that we have.
The greatest play that you remember from that game on defense?
Troy Polamalu catching the pick, bringing it to the house. You know, Coach always stressed, you know, get turnovers. He felt like throughout the whole playoffs, turnovers going to be key throughout the whole playoffs. And the two teams with the most turnovers are in the Super Bowl.
Did you feel like Pop Warner again when he took that one down?
Oh, I felt good. I felt good. Felt good.
Big shout out. Aloha to Honolulu.
Aloha, baby. Honolulu.
Hey, Casey, what did it mean for the fans to vote you to the 75th anniversary team for the Steelers?
It was a big accomplishment, man. You know, those guys that played back in the day, and you know, they're kind of like legends. So I mean, just for me to be that type of guy, to be on that team with them, you know, it's a big accomplishment for me.
Now, I got to say, what if you do a nose tackle? You busting up blocks in the middle. You expecting a lot of double teams on Sunday?
We'll see. I mean, they got a different way of blocking guys. So they'll have some different schemes and things for us, but they'll block us a little bit different than they block everybody else, because everybody does. So, I mean, we'll see.
Now, what have you guys been doing to prepare for Kurt Warner?
Same thing we do for everybody else. I mean, we don't. That's one thing about us, and I think people don't understand is we don't worry about nobody else. We worry about us, and we just go out there and just do our thing. We don't treat nobody different than we treat anybody else. So we go out there and do what we've been doing.
Now, I heard that Tim Hightower does a dance workout in his off-season workouts. Do you have any bizarre things you do in the off-season, or what do you usually do in the off-season?
Chill, nothing, relax. That's about it. You know what I mean? Just your body's so broke up from the season. I just try to get my body back right.
You know, it's gonna be really sad, and this is gonna sound really selfish. My favorite moment this week, I'm walking out to media day, and I already grabbed my visor, I grabbed my towel, because I figured I'd be sitting in the stands. And then the guy comes up to me like, you know, well, I'm gonna walk you to your booth. I was like, what? I got a booth? Oh, I called my mom. I said, Mama, you would never guess what happened today. You know, I think that was just amazing to me. You know, undrafted guy. You know what I mean? Guys bounced around a couple of teams. To be at this point and to not just be on a Super Bowl team, but to be able to play a role in winning the game, I just think it's really amazing. I think the fact that everybody on our team has a physical nature. You know what I mean? We say it all the time. There's nobody on this team we feel like will back down from a fight. You know, and I think to have that confidence in your teammates to know that, you know, no matter what it is, you know, whether it's, you know, sticking up for each other, taking on blocks, making tackles, making catches. There's nobody that shies away from a moment. And I think that's what makes us different. I'm saying on any level, you know, we have receivers that block defensive ends and block linebackers. You got a quarterback who, for the sake of making the play, try to break 4 or 5 tackles, take hits. You know what I mean? A middle linebacker who has to wear a neck brace from hitting so much. You know, I think those things just resonate through our building. That, you know, we are a tough, mentally tough and physically tough group, and I think that's what kind of set us apart this year.